And I'm live. Yes, I'm still alive. I know it's been a few days. COVID hasn't got me yet. Yeah. You know, I saw a friend of mine post something that I find very interesting, and I think I'll point it out to you as well. And that is, how many of you, like me, are a walking miracle? Huh? How many of you, like me, have not worn a mask since this whole silliness began? Has not social distanced. I still hug my friends. I still shake hands with people. I still get close to people. I still touch things when I go in stores, things that other people have touched. I think of all the things that I've done that are supposed to lead to me catching the COVID and being incredibly sick or dying. Here I am. Haven't even had a tickle. Am I just lucky? Or am I just a miracle? Or is the COVID thing really not as bad as they're making it out to be? These 500,000 deaths in America. Yeah, I believe that number. I mean, we can go back to this time last year when we saw the CDC guidelines. If somebody is diagnosed as having symptoms of COVID, but they die of a heart attack, listed as a COVID death. And we know the flu's disappeared. Have you heard of anybody catching the flu lately? But we know that 45 to 65,000 people a year die from the flu. You know, they get the flu, they get bronchitis. The bronchitis leads to pneumonia. Some people don't fight it off that well. Others, I've had bronchitis in the past. I've had walking pneumonia once, and this is years ago. And you know what? I treated it, got over it. Some people don't have the kind of immune system I have, I guess, and so they don't do with it as well as I did. But the point is, if you believe these 500,000 deaths they're pushing on you, I got a bridge I'd like to sell you. But enough of that. We've been through that. What I wanted to talk about today was I saw on the ABC TV8 News Facebook page an article, a story that they did about why Pepe Le Pew has been taken out of the Looney Tunes lineup. Now, I want you to think about this. Pepe Le Pew, a cartoon skunk. How many people grew up watching cartoons? Show of hands. Anybody? Hello? I watched so many cartoons. I started doing the voices. I'll do some for you in a minute. But the point is, I watched a lot of cartoons. Can I tell you some things that I learned from the cartoons that I've never done? Let's start with Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew is a stinky old skunk. And because he smelled so bad, female types didn't find him so attractive. So he had to be a little pushy, right? He had to come on strong with the romance. I saw that as a kid. You know what I've never done? I'm 63 years old, almost 64. You know what I've never done in my entire life, even after watching all those cartoons? I've never raped a woman. All right, let me qualify. I've never raped a man either. Okay. I know some of you out there go, he's being pretty specific there. I've never raped anybody. You know something else I've never done? Having watched Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, I've never tried to drop an anvil on anybody. I've never painted a train tunnel on a side of a wall. I've never tried to blow anybody up. Now, am I special? Am I smarter than the average bear? I mean, even as a kid, I'm watching these cartoons. Yosemite Sam, rootin' tootin', shooting his guns. You know what I've never done? I've never gone running around shooting guns up in the air. Never shot anybody. Never shot at anybody. How do we explain this? With some others. Marvin the Martian. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Yeah, I've never tried to blow up planet Earth because it's obstructing my view of Mars. Or whatever planet he was trying to see. Anyway. Foghorn Leghorn. Remember the dog chained in the yard that was always giving Foghorn Leghorn a hard time, and Foghorn would sneak up on him and grab him by the tail, take that plank, and just whack the snot out of him, right? I've never done that to a dog. What's another one? Well, it said Wile E. Coyote. I'm drawing a blank on some of them now. The Whirling Dervish, the Tasmanian Devil. I guess my parents would probably say I was a bit of a Tasmanian devil as a kid. So all right. I'll acknowledge as a kid, I was probably a bit of a Tasmanian devil. Anyway. But think of all the cartoons you've watched over the years. Have you tried at any point in time to emulate those cartoons? Or, like me, were you smart enough to understand it was a freaking cartoon? I don't know. Bunch of idiots. Now, liberals and Democrats, I've said it before, and I'm going to have to alter my take on this. I've said there's no difference between Republicans and Democrats. I'm going to change part of that, a very specific part of it. When it comes to policy, when it comes to growing government, when it comes to spending money, I still contend there's not a nickel's worth of difference between the two. All right? But here's what I will acknowledge. When it comes to cultural issues, the Republicans aren't nearly as insane as the Democrats. Because I've seen them post this stuff. I've seen them on some of the posts that I've made on other pages where I've challenged some of the stupid crap they say. And they'll say, well, boy, you guys sure seem to be obsessed about this Mr. Potato Head or obsessed about this Pepe Le Pew. I'm obsessed with it. I'm not the one changing the damn name, you stupid moron. I'm not the one sitting around thinking about, well, now, how can I be offended today? And what can I do to fix that? Oh, I know. We'll tell Looney Tunes to stop showing Pepe Le Pew in their cartoons. We'll tell them to take away Yosemite Sam and Elmer Fudd's guns. I'm the one that's obsessed. I'm not the one demanding changes based on cartoons, you idiots. So, yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Liberal, Mr. and Mrs. Democrat, you people are insane. You are out of your freaking minds. And I will admit, and I'll apologize to those of you who have been offended by it, when it comes to differences between the two parties or differences between Republican voters versus Democrat voters, Republican voters, when it comes to cultural issues, are not nearly as insane as the Democrats. I mean, what are they going to do when they find out Donald Duck? We'll find out. They already know. But Donald Duck doesn't wear pants. And he's always in front of kids. Of course, we know how liberals are about pedophilia and putting their hands on kids. I mean, hell, they voted for a guy that does it. So why should we be surprised by that? Donald Duck doesn't wear pants. How about, Mickey Mouse, he wears pants, but he doesn't wear a shirt. There's so many things. I mean, seriously, you could sit down at your computer, type in cartoons through the years, and look at all the various cartoon characters you've watched, all the cartoon characters that are on TV now. Look at Disney and the stuff they show. and start picking that apart the same way that liberals do. In fact, in the comment section, let's have some fun with this. In the comment section with this video, go ahead and post some of the cartoon characters and why they are offensive and they should be abolished. Why should we just get rid of them? That would be fun, wouldn't it? But to any liberals out there who might see this video for whatever reason, maybe it's on a friend's page, whatever. It's not Republicans, it's not me who are obsessed with these cartoon characters. We're not the ones sitting around trying to think of who to ban or abolish or get rid of or take off the TV because kids might emulate them. I mean, like I said, maybe I'm some super genius and I don't even realize it. Maybe I'm smarter than you are, and I just haven't been willing to acknowledge it. Because I've never done any of these things. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a big Second Amendment guy. But I've never run down the street like Yosemite Sam, shooting in the air or shooting at rabbits and, ooh, that varmint. I mean, I haven't tried to drop an anvil on anybody. There's some people I'd like to drop an anvil on, but have you ever tried lifting one of those things? I mean, think about the insanity of this. But they're going to turn it around and say, wow, you guys sure are obsessed with this. I'm not the one who demanded they change Mr. Potato Head to gender neutral. It's a freaking toy. What is wrong with you people? So yeah, this whole cancel culture thing is just, it's gotten so stupid, it's surreal. You almost think you're looking at the Babylon Bee when you're looking at some of this stuff on Facebook, because you're thinking this can't be serious. This has got to be satire. It's got to be a joke. But then you realize it's not, and you're just scratching your head going, what the hell is wrong with you? So yeah, go ahead, have some fun with this. Put it in the comment section. Tell me a cartoon character and why they should no longer be on TV and what's offensive about them. I can tell you one. I don't know if he's still on or not because I haven't watched Cartoon Network in a long time. How about Johnny Bravo? Anybody remember him? Misogynistic. Thinks women are just sex objects, right? Man, I'm pretty. You remember that guy, right? It's just, oh Lordy, it's so insane. I don't, you have to laugh. I don't know what else you can do. It does make me, if I run into one of these people who believes this crap, it's the urge to just slap the taste out of their mouth is going to be hard to resist. It's just hard to believe grown adults can be that stupid. For example, how does a generation that has grown up watching Family Guy and South Park, and probably still does watch them, how do they get so easily offended by every damn thing? Have you ever watched Family Guy or South Park or American Dad? I've watched them. Sometimes they can be really funny. Other times they're just stupid. But it's a cartoon. Does anyone take it seriously? Does anyone go out and live their life according to what they saw in that cartoon? If you do, then you have the problem. Not me, not those of us who are standing back and going, you're being stupid, stop it. Liberals are the ones who are obsessed with this stuff. Liberals are the ones who are trying to change everything. Liberals are the ones who become so easily offended. Now, and to you, Mr. and Mrs. Liberal out there, the ones who want to cancel culture and do all this stuff, are you that stupid? Are you the person who is so easily influenced and affected by these cartoons? Have you tried to drop an anvil on somebody? Have you been running down the street shooting your guns in the air like Yosemite Sam? I don't know anybody who has. Maybe you do. But I grew up watching cartoons, loved cartoons, still do, even as an adult. There are some cartoons that I find very amusing, and I like to watch them. I don't have the excuse of having a kid to watch them with anymore. So there it is. I just like watching certain cartoons. But I don't go out here and say, oh, you know what I saw Pepe Le Pew do today? I'm going to try that on the next chick I see in the supermarket. That would be great, wouldn't it? Liberals, you're insane. Grow the hell up.